and welcome again to another episode of DME Podcast. And this podcast is brought to you by About the Voice. This past weeks have been nothing short of amazing, and I believe that you have been enjoying the conversation as much as I have been enjoying them. What am I talking about today? Just as we all know, this podcast is a personal development podcast where we seek to have young individuals who are balanced all round. And so you're not just developing in the skills area or the knowledge area in quotes, but that even morally you are also developing and everything is balanced. Anyways, what I'm talking about today is on the subject of artificial intelligence. And the reason I am bringing this up is because my target audience, of course, which is young people, teens, and people in their early 20s, or any other person who might not just have knowledge about these things. One of the things that I have noticed is that we have artificial intelligence at our, how do I put it now? We have it in our hands, like it's before all of us, but then I have noticed that a lot of us young people do not milk it enough. We do not milk it enough. And it's really affecting our output, especially because even these days, employers will say, I would not employ someone who does not know how to use artificial intelligence. And so this is not even about AI replacing your jobs and everything. It's just about how the efficiency that knowing how to use these tools bring to your life, and of course the life of those associated with you or those who have one or two things to do with you. And so one thing that I would start the conversation from, the one that I have noticed basically, for instance, in school is a lot of us young people use Meta AI. Please, this is not to shed Meta AI. It is not to shade Meta AI. Meta AI is good. All of these AI tools are good, but then these AIs that are embedded in our chat box and all of that, some of us are using it for academic research, some of us are using it to get some kind of help, and I'm like, why would you put important topics or important subjects like this and you are giving it to an AI tool that is not really well equipped for that particular tasks? One thing that we need to know as young persons is that we have a lot of AI tools, and I know that a lot of us know this, but then I feel like to a large extent, some of us are lazy. And if you are a follower of DMA Podcast, you cannot be lazy. You need to work. Because life, my darlings, you need to work. And so we have a lot of AI tools, but most times I feel like a lot of us, we just want to do it back. What can I have this question before me, what do I do to get the answer that I need? And then why would you be using something serious that like you need an important response to an important question, and you are asking an AI tool that is embedded in a chat box and a chat bot, be a chatting tool or social media tool that is just for conversations and for everyday small talks and all of that? I'm just trying to say that some of these tools do not have the capacity to give you an output that is good enough for you. Anyways, I think this intro is actually enough. So what I'm trying to say is this: as young persons, we need to do more when it comes to the use of artificial intelligence. And I always encourage push further, like do research as a young person. Okay, this is where I am at as a young person. In fact, go to ChatGPT is even better. And the funny thing is, a lot of us call all AI tools ChatGPT, and that is very wrong. ChatGPT is just one out of the thousands of AI tools that we have. It's just one. You understand? I don't want to start using technical terms and all of that because a lot of us might not understand what I am saying. So I'm just going to keep using normal terms or normal words and all of that. So ChatGPT is just one of the AI tools that we have available. You see, people are using the AI tools attached inside chat bots or a chatting tool and all of that, and they call it ChatGPT. This ChatGPT, that everything is ChatGPT. Even if you are using Meta AI, you call it ChatGPT. Anyways, what I'm here to say today is there are better ways, or there are more ways for you to harness or get the best out of artificial intelligence. And how do you do that? By first understanding that different AI tools are out there for different reasons, and also understanding that if you are a serious person, you will not be using an AI tool that is linked to a chat box. Someone even said they use Snapchat AI to do academic and beginning research, and I'm like, how's that? Anyways, and then something else that I would like us to learn, but then before I mention that, let me just mention some AI tools that we have. Some, not all, because we have a lot of them. So for instance, if you're someone that struggles with your writing, sometimes you don't know which English word to use, what conjunction to use, and all of that, a very good AI tool, or a very good tool that you can add to your keyboard, is Grammarly. All you need to do is download it. Grammarly. I have been using Grammarly for a long time, and I see the effect in my writing. So you can just download Grammarly and then grant it permission. When you are typing, you're going to see it pop up to correct your words, help you write your English. Let's say, for instance, you want to reach out to someone and you don't really know how exactly to put the English and all of that. After you have written what you want to write, you can tell it to help you fine-tune it, like to help you correct the English. It is even going to correct the English for you. It's going to underline them in red, and then it's going to give you suggestions of the words that you are meant to use at that particular point. And one beautiful thing that I like about this is how it improves your writing over time. The thing is that you might not be actively cramming the corrections that it might give to you, but you will just see that your writing is better. If, for instance, where you used with before, it corrected you to use was, and let's say, for instance, that is the mistake that you usually make, by the time it keeps correcting you with time, you would see that where you are meant to use with, you are using with, and you are never using was when you are meant to use with. And so little by little, and because we type every day, we have to chat every day, if you are actively making use of these tools and you are paying attention and all of that, you would see that with time you would be a better writer and even a better speaker. One way or the other, these things work themselves into us. So Grammarly is a very good tool if you are struggling with your English writing. So aside from ChatGPT, we also have Google Gemini. And please resist the urge to have to. Some people will be like, okay, please use Perplexity AI to do this particular research. Somebody will tell you, I don't have the app. Please, what are you using the app to do? Although they encourage us to download their apps and all of that, you can access all of these things online. All you need to go is to search for Perplexity AI on your Google Chrome or whatever browser you use, and then it is going to bring out the link to the site, and then from there you can do whatever you want to do. So Google Gemini is there. You can use it for research, quick research. You can use it for summarizing your notes. You can ask, you can brainstorm ideas, you can do better. You get all those important things that you need to do. Google Gemini can help you. Copilot, I love Copilot so much. Microsoft Copilot, it is really beautiful. And so you see, all these tools are tools that you can use. Stop using the one that is on Snapchat, or the one that they added to WhatsApp, or the one that is on Instagram. You see, some people want to do assignment and they want to write exam. You want to write an exam, and you are feeding your questions or the things that you want to use to practice. You are feeding it into the AI that is attached to WhatsApp, and you'll be wondering why your responses are so shallow. So please, you can use Copilot, you can use the main ChatGPT, you can use Gemini. These tools are they are very good. And then we have these other ones that are more professional. So let me just give us, we have Perplexity AI. So you want to do research. Perplexity AI is very good with research. It helps you to check facts. It helps you in your assignments, and it helps you in learning and all of that. So these are other tools that you can use. Now there are so many tools. We have 11 Labs, we have Midjourney, we have Quillbot, we have Runway ML, we have Photomat, we have Morph AI, we have is it Figma AI, we have Claude AI, there's this particular AI that is very good to check your public speaking ability. What is the name of this AI? I have forgotten. But then if you don't know which AI tool to use, go on Google and ask. Or you can even ask the ChatGPT that you know. Go to that ChatGPT and say, okay, I'm a young person that usually has challenges with public speaking. Please recommend 3 very good AI tools that I can use that can help me, and then it will bring suggestions. You don't have to limit yourself to the AI tool that is in your WhatsApp. For God's sake, nítorí Ọlọ́run, please, young persons, we can do better. We can do better, Joe. I have noticed this. That is why I decided to use it as a topic, a podcast, an episode topic on this podcast, because it really pains me, because there is so much you do some things and some people are looking at you like, this girl is smart. So and it's not as if you're necessarily smart, you just know the tools to use and you know how to use it. So please guys, let's make sure that we actually do better. And then when it comes to the use of AI, another thing that I noticed is that a lot of us young people, our prompts are very, very bad. Very, very bad. You will hear, okay, let's say for instance, let's even bring it to the academics. Let's say for instance, somebody there's a particular question that they want to get an answer to. So maybe they're asking about Africa's economy. Yeah, because we actually study different courses in school, or based on wherever it is you are at in life, because I don't know, I have listeners from 25 upward, I have listeners from 30 and all of that, based on where you are. And let's say for instance, you see you want to you have a task is before you, and that task is for you to find out about the economy of Africa. You will see somebody will go and write let's use ChatGPT now, real ChatGPT. They will go to ChatGPT itself and write, tell me about the economy of Africa. You want to do a research, and all you write there is, tell me about the economy of Africa. Like, what response are you expecting? The quality of the response you get using any AI tool depends largely on the quality of the prompt that you give to it. You understand how you type what you want, the level of detail you put into typing what you actually want is very, 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 very important. And then when it comes to prompting, it's important that you learn these 4 basic prompting formula. And the first one is context. That is, what do you want and why? And then role. What role do you want that AI to play? Then you'll be hearing things like, act as a teacher, act as my lecturer, act as a tech bro, act as a tech sis. Get what role do you want the AI to play? You should state it. Then the task, what exactly you want it to do. And then the output format, which is how you want the answer to look. Now, for example, you can put a prompt like this: act as a career coach. I am a 16-year-old trying to choose a career path. I am confused between tech, art, and business. Help me with the pros and cons of each in a table. That is a beautiful prompt that actually does follow the prompting formula. The context, the role, you're telling it, act as a career coach, and you are stating, I am a 16-year-old. Some people, if someone else wanted to prompt this, if some of us listening to me right now, you want to make this prompt, some of you will say, I want to choose a career. You will not even say it. You will just say, tell me about art, tech, and business, and then you'll be expecting it to give you a good answer. When there is so much, one thing I usually say is that you should pour your heart out. I'm not saying you should go and tell AI all your secrets though. All I'm saying is that what I mean by pouring your heart out is like, being deliberate about the explanation or the information, the amount of information you give it whenever you are seeking, whenever you need information from it. You get the amount of the way you explain, the way you arrange your prompt and all of that. That's what I'm saying. Being deliberate, being detailed about what you are asking so that you can get a good result. That is what I'm saying. So one thing I usually say to people around me is make effort. Whatever you are doing should show that you put effort in this thing. Don't just do things anyhow and then everything is just nyama nyama and you go. So whatever it is you're doing, make sure that it shows that you put an effort into this thing. So one thing that I can actually encourage you to learn is what we call prompt engineering. Now, when you hear engineering, some of us will be thinking you are talking about mathematics and all of those difficult stuff. No, that is not what we're talking about. Just basically prompt engineering. Engineering itself does not necessarily have to talk about maths. When you engineer something, you understand. Prompt engineering, how you can actually give intelligent prompts, useful prompts, good prompts to AI so that it can give you good results. You understand? So what prompt engineering basically does is that it teaches you how to ask AI very clear questions, and then it teaches you how to break tasks, whatever tasks that you have, into steps, and then it teaches you how to give examples, how to refine your prompt and all of that. It just teaches you how to use artificial intelligence in a very intelligent way. So prompt engineering, a place where you can learn prompt engineering. You can learn it on YouTube, you can learn it on Coursera, you can learn it on Google, you can learn it on Udemy. There are a lot of courses that teach you how to properly use AI. This particular episode is already getting long, so I'm going to try to round it off in the next few minutes. So please learn prompt engineering. Go and learn it so that you can do better in your use of these AI tools. Now, I want to give you an example of a good prompt and a bad prompt so that you can know that you are not doing well. Like the way you are using it, you not try. Now, see a bad prompt. This is when you come and you say, for instance, you come and you say, help me with my life. You say, help me with my life. You just type it into ChatGPT. Help me with my life. That is a bad prompt. A good prompt, for instance, would be, act as a life coach. Don't forget the four steps that I said is important when it comes to making prompts and artificial intelligence, making prompts when using AI. So you say, act as a life coach. I am 18 and I am confused about career choices. I like tech, but I also enjoy talking and helping people. What are 5 careers that combine both? And also explain each in simple terms. Sometimes when I'm giving prompt to AI, I say, explain it like as if you're explaining it to a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old. For instance, let's say there is something that is bugging me and I need to understand. Because I'm someone that likes to understand whatever it is I'm doing. And maybe the thing is looking too vague. I've tried to read it, I am not understanding it. I've tried to cram it, it is not entering. What I would say is, please explain this particular thing to me like you are explaining it to a child. Use examples, use scenarios, use stories, anything. Just make me understand this particular thing. And I tell you, by the time I am done, I understand it well. Imagine I just write it and I just go. So please, guys, let's make sure that whatever it is we are doing, we are putting in an effort. Let me show you another good prompt. Act as my personalized study coach. I am a 16-year-old secondary school student preparing for exams. I struggle a lot with biology, especially the topic genetics and hereditary. I understand some basics, but I get confused with terms like genotype, phenotype, dominant, recessive, alleles, homozygous, and heterozygous. Explain this concept to me in simple language as if you were teaching a complete beginner. Use real-life examples relevant to teenagers like height, dimples, hair texture and skin color. Guys, this is still a prompt too. A prompt. Then the prompt still continues. After explaining, create a short summary I can read in 30 seconds. Then give me 15 exam style questions with answers. Also create a memory hack, a mini story or analogy that makes the topic easy to remember. Finally, ask me a few follow-up questions to check if I really understood. My darlings, that is a prompt. Can you see? Where some of us will just write one line, two line, and you are wondering why Mr. A understands certain things more than you, or why Mr. A would do a particular research, you would also do that research, and Mr. A's research would be better than your own. It is all the difference is the prompt. And so that is why if you're out there and you want to get the best out of AI, I would encourage you as a young person to go and learn prompt engineering. With this, I have come to the end of my discussion for today. It's already more than 22 minutes. That is a lot. Oronye Kamilara, you see, like the matter is, it touched me. That is why I took my time to talk about this. So please, I brought this topic to wake you up. In case you were taking all of these things with levity, please let's make sure that we do better. Go and learn prompt engineering. It is important that you learn it. You can learn it on YouTube, you can learn it anywhere. And if you need further help with this, be sure to send me a message. I always say it, I don't bite. Send me a message and let's have a conversation and let me see how I can help you. Alright, with this, I've come to the end of this particular episode. My name is Omowumi. This podcast is brought to you by About the Voice, and we say that you are number one. Until I come your way again next time, bye bye.